Hello guys, welcome to Cognitive Hub Databricks Tutorials. In my previous video, we have learned about how to create a data frame and how to load it into a table in the catalog, right? Or in the Delta Lake. But in this video, I am going to explain about how to apply some of the aggregate functions on the temperature column that we have already created as a table. So I am going to use that table and retrieve that data using spark.sql and store it into a data frame, and I'm gonna apply some of the functionalities on that particular data frame and print it out the results. So that I am going to do that. So for that, what I did is I have created a notebook here finding min, max, average temperatures. And so as a first step, I'm just trying to create a Spark variable here because we are going to use this Spark SQL. So for that, what I'm doing is from PySpark.sql, I'm importing Spark session, and from here I'm going to create a Spark variable. So from next videos onwards, I am directly writing these two line of statements like before starting the video itself, so that it will save our time. But as a starting couple of videos, I am gonna write this one. We will get used to it. So I have started this Spark session here and created a variable. Now what I'm doing is, if you open the catalog here, or I can open the next tab. So if you open the catalog here, we have a develop, and inside that we have weather info, and there we have city name as well as temperature. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to identify the minimum temperature and the maximum temperature and then average temperature. And also I'm gonna actually show you guys how to apply the round function to these functions as well. Round functionality to these aggregator functions as well. So for that, what I'm doing is I need to pull the data, right? So for that, I'm using a Spark SQL. So for that, I'm just initiating the data frame as df, and I'm using Spark variable spark.sql. Here I'm writing a SQL query, select start from develop is my database, and from there weather info. And if I write that, and also if I display the data, display df, I'm going to get the data whatever that I have shown you in the catalog with the city name as well as the temperature. So this is what I will get here. So now I am going to apply the aggregate functions on this data frame. So for that, I'm storing it as min value or min temperature. So here, using this data frame, I'm just trying to create the minimum temperature and the maximum temperature, and I'm not doing any group bys here. And also I will show you how to do the group by as well, group by on city name, and I will pick you the temperatures as well. I will just going to show you the syntax and all, and also I will try to execute as well. But in this example, I can't, that shouldn't be the proper example for the group by. But if I find the proper data in future videos, I'm gonna show you the use case of a group by and partition clearly. So here, aggregator df.aggregate of minimum value of whatever the column that you have specified. Here our column name is temperature, right? So temperature. So if you see here, the call, we are having error here. So we don't have any call function here and minimum function here. So for that, we need to import from PySpark SQL functions. Import call and then min. And also we are going to do the max as well, and average and round functionalities. So if I run it, okay, functions is the name. Now if I run it, if you see, there's no error is there now. And if I print min temp, so we will be having this data now. So what are the minimum temperature that we have? If you see the data here, the minimum temperature that we have is 23.29. So that's exactly what we got printed here. Similarly, for the max temperature, again, max temperature equals to df dot ag. I have already imported the max class or max functionality, and similarly the column function as well. So again I am applying the group, the column name, and then display max temp. I'm running it now. If you see here, the maximum temperature is 40.29. So that is the maximum temperature on the table as well. Similarly, I'm going to apply the same functionality here. I'm going to apply the average here. I'm just copying the above statement and pasting it here and rename the values. Instead of max, I am going to give it as average. So if I run this statement, I will get the average temperature here. So if you see that in the entire temperatures we have various temperatures, right? 30, 29, 39, 45, 40 and everything. So for that average temperature is like 33.22. So now again from that average itself I want to round it as 2 digits only. So for that what I need to do is after applying that I need to apply one more functionality, that is round. So I need to apply like this. So whatever the functionality that I have, average, and I am giving that as a first parameter to the round functionality, and whatever the value that we will be getting, I am saying that making the precision to only 2 digits, so that it will pick only the 2 digits of the decimal. So if I run that, I will be getting only two digits after the point. So we are getting 33.23 now. So this is how all the aggregator functions will be doing. But now as I mentioned, again here minimum is there, right? Now I want to show you the same example with the group by. So if you see here, df dot group by, or I can store it in the same data or another data frame, df dot group by. I need to specify whatever the column that I need to do the group by. Here I am just we don't have any other column, so we have only one column, that is city name. I am doing a group by on that column, and then I need to do the aggregator, and the aggregator function that I want to apply is minimum, and minimum on column, whatever the column that you want. Here I want the column temperature. So basically what I am doing is whatever the city name that we have, group by the city name. Here if we have 2 city names, I am gonna group by 2 city names, and then it will find out the minimum temperature among those 2. But unfortunately in this example whatever we took, we don't have multiple city names here, everything is unique. So this is not a better example to show, but this is what the syntax is. But if I print display, then you will see that output as whatever the data that we have in df1, it will show the same data here. So this is the useful like a logic. If you want to directly apply the aggregator on the column, you can directly do that using just an aggregator function. But if you want to apply the group by functionality as well, then you can use this particular syntax to do the aggregator function. And this is the same concept again. You can just replace this minimum with max and maximum with average and all. So that is all for this video guys. Thank you for watching.